Godot 4.6 is finally here, which we've all been waiting for this one because there's a lot of really big changes that are coming with it. So I figured we'd get right into it. Also, side note, this graphic that they've got for the release blog is so cool. You know, it's reacting to my mouse, which I really like. Really, whoever's doing these, I'm sure they've credited somewhere down here. They look so good. They're so professional. Everything is looking really good these days. So with the stability, the engine has matured enough to enter a new development phase. Godot 4.6 kicks off a period of polish, quality of life improvements, tighter integration of industry standards, and doubled down effort on performance optimization. The result, a release that puts you and your workflow first. The new editor theme lets your projects take center stage, while dozens of improvements across the board reduce friction and speed up everyday development. Every aspect from loading assets to editing, debugging, exporting, and testing have received some love to keep you focused on creating and minimize time spent wrestling with UI or fiddling with external tools and plugins. It's really cool. In the next version of Godot, we should get texture streaming. That'd be cool. I mean, at the end of the day, like, obviously Godot doesn't like directly compare to any of the big engines. Like, it's not your Unreal, it's not your Unity. I don't think that's why people are using the engine anyway. We like it because it's open source, because it's really easy to use. And it already, in my opinion, sort of got out of your way. I always felt like the bigger engines, they throw all this stuff at you, and it can be a little bit overwhelming because they're for creating bigger kinds of projects. So if you're just looking to make a simple game, a lot of that they throw at you at the beginning can be too much, if you ask me. And then a lot of it is just like plugins and add-ons and stuff, especially with Unreal. It's crazy. So I already liked Godot for this reason, and the fact that it's being even more streamlined and optimized is only better. The new engine looks great. I think we all agree that this skin that someone used since the launch last year, Godot minimal theme has quickly become a fan favorite. Sucks it's not 420. Blaze it, bro. Yeah. Okay, since the launch last year, Godot minimal theme has quickly become a fan favorite with clean lines, reducing clutter, and contemporary feel. You can now choose between the classic theme and the modern theme. I think, honestly, like, I don't see any reason not to use this theme. It looks good. Everything is a lot more compact. One of my biggest complaints with Godot was always that, like, it kind of was a bit of a hassle to move things. Like, sometimes if you needed to access something in the inspector, you would need to shift your main screen over, and like then your script would get like a bit muddled up and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it was just like something that was always a bit of a hassle. Now with everything a little bit smaller, it's become a lot better. Passive star theme is goated. I agree. Yeah, it's really good. I never really used it because I always wanted my Godot, when I'm like streaming or when I'm making tutorials, I want it to look like the Godot that people use. Okay, we put a bolt on Jolt. Jolt physics by default. Okay, so now it's officially Jolt physics by default. I've got a lot of work to do to update my projects. So Jolt is great. Docking. Oh, that's sick. I'm so keen for docking. I didn't mean it like that, but like, you know, this is going to be really helpful because being able to move stuff around is just so good. Changing your layout is just the best. Two-bone IK IK is what I'm going to be playing around with after we go through this, because like I've got to update a lot of my projects. I've got to update my first-person shooter. I've already updated my third-person shooter, so it's already updated. So if you want to watch the video, you can join as a member. And I've done like an hour video setting up IK on a third-person controller, but we're going to go over doing it on my first-person controller. We'll see how it goes. I haven't looked at it in months. It should be okay. Theoretically, it should be fine. IK is back, and we have a lot of options, which is good. This looks sick. I was not aware of this. The SSR overhaul. The added constraints to 4.6. Yeah, it's really good. Screen space reflections have been completely overhauled, giving you a significant leap in realism, visual stability, and performance. I swear, every time I check the Godot subreddit, there's like new projects that look even better than before. Like people are just going crazy with it. And this looks so good. Pretty soon we're going to be better than everybody. Okay. What changes for you? Differences you can expect in everyday development. I mean, I've been using the release candidate or the beta for a while, and I found it like it's fine. Like aside from the visual change, nothing else is different. Do milk? This is bro, Broom Sniffer. What is do milk? This is the second time in chat you've asked me to do that. You can make mirrors with Godot SSR. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I don't think like there's a lot of new features, but like old projects work fine, at least in the ones that I've looked at. A node to remember, introducing unique node IDs. Oh, allowing engines to track them reliably even when scenes are reorganized or refactored. This means when you rename a node, it doesn't mean it will suddenly forget who it is. Really? That's actually so good. So far, renaming nodes or changing scenes hierarchies sometimes break references in complex setups. With unique node IDs, Godot tracks and preserves connections, making refactoring safer and less error prone. This means you can restructure your scene tree freely without worrying about ending up with invalid references. That's so good. For Godot, this seemingly small improvement marks a turning point in robustness and scale, then opens the door to bigger, more complex game projects. Okay, unique node IDs are saved and referenced in scene files, so to benefit from this change, you should ensure that your scenes are resaved in Godot 4.6. I have a question. Can I use these to save my game? Because at the moment, I've got a custom UID creation tool. It's fairly basic because I made it. But I have one that I made so that I could reference, like if a boss fight, when you win against when you beat a boss, that boss has a unique ID and it gets passed off into the game state so that when you go back to the room, the boss is still defeated. But like I had to make unique IDs for those because I could give them names, I guess, but I wanted something more like general because I've got like secrets and collectibles and all these different things. So I wonder if I could just use the unique node ID now without having to generate my own. That's really cool. Godot is a library, lib Godot. I don't really understand it, but it sounds sick. So I guess you could just like code your own game using Godot without actually using the engine. You can embed the engine directly into your own applications instead of running Godot as a separate executable. You can control startup, manage engine loops, integrate seamlessly into custom workflows. Getting mixed signals, hidden underscore singles. Signals start with an underscore now hidden from the auto completion. Huh. Okay. Interesting. I don't know how that's going to affect my stuff. I sometimes I just put underscores by, like it'll just be wrong. Like I'll be putting an underscore down and I'll be like, I shouldn't have done that. To check that. When the tile turns, this is actually really helpful. Everybody knows to rotate a tile when the tile needs rotating. Thus far in Godot, the only type of tile that stood out, breaking your flow and eluding your rotational aspirations. The infamous scene tile, but no more. Starting with Godot 4.6, when you place a scene instance on a grid cell in your tile map, such as an animated chest, glowing lamp, or a torch, you can rotate the scene 90 degrees. That's awesome. Resources getting a chain icon when using multiple nodes is so nice. Resources getting a chain icon? They're giving us mixed signals before GTA 6. Yeah, that's sick. I just want to select. Oh, okay. So this is something that really ticked me off. Decoupled selecting transforming nodes. How many times have you accidentally moved or rotated, scaled the wrong object while trying to just select it? Yes, all the time. Your woes have come to an end in Godot 4.6 with decoupled select and transform so that you can work more intuitively in the viewport. The select mode has been renamed. Let's see. Okay. I'm down for it. Maybe I'm not that best with changing like the mode that I'm in. I mostly just go with the default, so it probably won't help me that much. Mind the gap. Line algorithm for grid map drawing. This looks really cool. Grid map has always been a bit of a problem. You know, it sounds good in theory, but then in reality, it's like you're better off just making your project in Blender. So it would be cool to see how this goes, if it makes it better to use. Painting and erasing between the lines, using classic Bresnan line algorithm to interpolate between input points. Yeah, I guess we'll see. New rotation gizmo. Cool. Place a pivot. Ooh. That'll be helpful. I use markers to do stuff like this now, so I won't have to do that anymore. In like the 5 times that I've ever had to do it. As if clicking a button with your mouse or trackpad will finally no longer force blue focus outline to appear as it would expect when you're navigating the gamepad or keyboard. Okay. Editor loot drop. Small editor enhancements with big impact on workflow. Grid map needs more love. 100%. It's one of those, yeah, it is a node that just, it's not as good as it should be, I guess. I don't know. It's still something. At least we've got it. A subtle editor improvements to reduce friction and help you work faster. Here's a quick roundup of all the ways that your editing experience is about to get noticeably happier. You can drag a resource directly into the script editor to automatically create an @export variable. Oh. Saving time and reducing boilerplate when exposing properties. That's pretty cool. The array inspector got a facelift. Oh, nice. I'm trying to think like if I've noticed any of these when I was using the release candidate. When testing your game, when testing your game in the editor, new controls let you slow down or speed up the game while it's running, making it easier to inspect physics behavior. Okay. The new inspector shows a dedicated icon for resources that are referenced elsewhere. Linked resource. Yeah, okay, sweet as. Collision render and other layers can now be adjusted by dragging in the property editor. Okay. Interesting. When resources go missing due to file moving or renames, the editor now lets you resolve indirect dependencies. Okay, cool, cool. Drag, hover, and drop. Switch tabs. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's super helpful. Error on the wall. Clickable files in the output panel. When it's time to squash bugs, that one thing that grinds down the devs. Having to manually search for the culprit, dig out the file, scroll down to the line, and only start fixing. But no more. Godot 4.6 brings 2 quality of life improvements to your bug hunting endeavors. You can now pop up the offending script by clicking on it inside the error warning message. Didn't it always do that? I don't know. Spot the difference. Object DB snapshots and diffing for live object tracking. 4.6 makes it easier to understand what objects exist in your running game. Okay. Check it out now. Live preview. Live previews in the quick open dialogue. Oh. Iterations every time you need texture or material. That's cool. As you move through the list. I've never used this feature before. Okay. Nice. Animations. Animations is... I was mostly doing animations when I was playing around with the beta, and I didn't find it to be that much better, but this looks cool. I didn't notice that you could do this, and I didn't notice you could do this. Editor guide goodies. Tweaking and polishing your animations just got pleasanter. You can now resize the length of your animations. Also, new visibility lock and delete buttons. Nice, nice, nice. Hey, I had to turn the fan on. It's freaking hot. Okay, fan on, and I cracked the window a little bit because it's like I mean, it's 30 degrees and I don't have aircon in this room. And then the computer is pumping out hot air and I'm talking and the chunks down here turn the lights down low. The lights really don't emit that much heat, to be honest. They're just regular house lamps. I don't have like a very fancy setup. Yeah, it's hot, but like, I guess I'm used to it. But at the same time, man, power, use that editor. So, I mean, I do have air conditioning not in this room though. And the door's closed. Okay, 4.6 gives you the power to define and register new keyboard shortcuts directly through editor settings. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Light up your gamepads. Oh, you can. Ooh, that's fun. I got a PS5 Joy-Con. I got a PS5 gamepad. I should be able to test that out. Device index light color. Okay. I wonder if I could just make like a strobe light with my PS5. This is only the beginning, lays the foundation for advanced joypad features and support. Oh my god, okay. Starting with 4.6, the door is wide open for the integration of motion sensors, touchpads, haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and controllers. Okay, hear me out. Let's get a Wii controller, like a nunchuck and a Wii controller, and like make it work with Godot. Can we do that? Can we make a Wii game with Godot? That'd be sick. Upcoming releases that fully leverage the capabilities of the modern controllers. And richer gaming experiences. Okay. It does say motion sensors. Maybe we can. Faster, you can say texture. Okay. Convert RGB to RGBA on the GPU. Great. It's faster. That's good. Godot now generates LOD models that better preserve the shape of the original object. Great. Glow blending. Look at this. Look at this. This is in Godot. I don't know what this is. Configurable AGX tone mapper parameters. Light the load of reflection. Oh, I see. Nice. And the default contrast, I saw this earlier and it was just like, okay, so this is what it looks like now. This is the default. Like the improvements are high. It's so crazy to see this scene. This scene is like one of the ones that has been around for ages. And it's just like, it looks so good now compared to like how it used to look back in like the Godot 3 days. Have you tried How Many Dudes on Steam? Great game. No, I haven't. Banding dismissed. Oh, nice. Okay. Material debanding, improved HDR precision. I've already done that with Unreal. You need many flashlight bars. Pair your Wiimote to the light bar via Bluetooth and it will show up as a mouse pointer. It should work with Godot too. Sounds like fun. Maybe I could do that as a fun project. I don't know. I have ideas and I never action them. Internationalization. Improved CSV translation support. Awesome. C# translation parser. This means strings inside TR string and TR string will now be picked automatically. Nice. Oh, XR. Headset in the loop. So now you can use your like really overpriced VR headset to make a Godot game. That's sick though. I've never used VR. Did you know that? I've never once put on a VR headset. XR editors for Android XR devices. Nice. Oh yeah, it is Android. Look at that. I was doing a light gun game with the Wiimote and Nunchuck as input devices. That's so cool. Hello, OpenXR 11. Well, 1.1 I should say. The days of 1.1 are upon us and now automatically enable features on headsets, runtimes that support it. Maintenance release 1.1 guarantees support for previously optional features. Surface grip pose, reliable virtual hand positioning. Very cool. One API to rule them all. Android. I am a big fan of Android, Godot on Android. It's actually crazy. Like I've got plans. I've got a tablet So I'm a bit of an iPad kid, so I don't have like a laptop for my smaller computer. I just use a tablet, and I do like to occasionally test out projects on it, because you can just like download it onto Godot. And like the thing is, like if you've got a larger screen, like being able to make it look, I normally just like, I'll use DeX, like Samsung DeX, but like having something when exporting, you can now enable the option to automatically run your exported game app through Scrappy. This mirrors your connected phone or tablet to your computer screen while the game runs on a device itself. Okay, so you don't have to like test it. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you can stay focused. Instead of picking up your phone every time you test a change, you can focus on creating and interacting with the game directly from your workstation. Okay. Enable an option to automatically run your exported game through that Scrappy. How does that work, I wonder? Yeah, I bought an Android handheld for like when my project is ready to take around, just to show people. Like I could get a Steam Deck, but it's like 5 times as expensive. Pronto Gradle? This is to do with Android. Android edit. You can now build Android projects using Gradle directly from Android through a companion app called Gabe, which helps keep the editor itself lightweight. Now, that's nice. Yeah, last time I actually made a game with Android, I wasn't able to export, so this is huge. Storage access frameworks, render parity, D3, D12 as the new default. Okay, great. I don't know why you'd use, I just use Vulkan. Physics. Abracadabra, mesh to collision shape. Turns meshes into collision shapes. Oh, that's cool. Until now, to get a collision shape, you have to manually choose a shape and align it by hand, literally drag, but no more. Okay, awesome. Man, this is big. I'm almost at the end. It's required if you say it is. Mark an object, parameters, and results as required. Okay. This is one for you if you're already taking advantage of GD extension to write high performance game code. Starting with Godot 4.6, parameters and return variables in the Godot API can be declared as required, meaning nullable values are no longer implicitly allowed. I can see a use for that. This is especially helpful in languages with strict nullable option types like Rust, Swift, Kotlin. Okay, so it's good for them because it helps you catch mistakes at compile time or fail clearly at runtime. The result is safer, clearer APIs with better integration. I agree. JSON is here. Ooh, what's this? JSON. Okay, JSON-based GD extension interface. This is one of the most under the hood, but to many of you, you will come as a great relief and open new possibilities. As of this release, GD extensions interface, the bridge between Godot and native code, is now defined in JSON instead of C header. Oh, okay. Right, so it'll make it easier for tools, scripts, and language bindings. Right, okay, that's awesome. This is a long way to upgrade, but lays the foundation for faster automation. Okay, so the second there's a new language out, someone will be able to make a Godot wrapper for it. GD script, get out of that function already. Script debuggers, step out button. If you've ever gotten stuck inside a function while debugging, you wish you could jump straight back to the caller, this feature will surely improve the quality of life. Okay, cool. Another button. I always get confused. Go all Dick Tracy. I don't know who that is. That's a sports person, right? In another country. Ever wonder which of your script functions is costing you in performance, or which calls to Godot are hogging frame time? Okay, now lets you profile scripts using dedicated tracing profilers. Tracy, Perfetto, and instruments. Okay, that's cool. Cool. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, it's written in bold. GDScript LSP improves BB code markdown conversions. Awesome. I spy with my little eye string placeholders highlighting. Oh, highlights placeholders in your strings so that they jump right off the page. Fictional American police detective. Thank you. Okay, so it's from a TV show. Teamwork makes the dream work. And these are all the people that contributed. That is really cool. Thanks goes on to PR's merged with the special thanks goes out to the engine teams that collaborated on this release, especially since commits to other related repositories do not show up in this graphic. Okay. Huge. Huge. Well, that's all of the updates. Let's take a look at the engine itself. And I want to work on my FPS template. Get that up to date. Where is Godot? Here it is here. We've got Godot FPS Pro. This is the one I want to check out because it's got IK in it. And I want to see how broken it is. This one always breaks the most whenever there's an update. Okay, looking good, obviously. A little bit too harsh. Okie dokie. How broken is it? I think it's going to be FPS rig. I don't know. I guess we'll find. I should just hit run, see if it. I think it'll still run. There's nothing that I'm aware of that has changed too much. You know what I mean? But hopefully we'll be able to make some IK that isn't as rubbery for his hands. Ooh, that doesn't look quite right. Your comment got blocked by a restream? I wonder what that is. Okay, that hand is like back to front. Okay, we'll be able to fix all of that stuff with the new IK. That's weird. Okay. Let's get into it. Position this. Also, I think there's actually a problem with Twitch. I haven't like looked at it this entire time because I just wanted to get like a smooth thing going on that. But I don't. Godot new me is finally here. Unstable. Average stream bitrate too high. I don't know. Gonna look sick with the new IK. Yeah, if I can. I mean, the tool is just a tool. I'm not much of an artist myself, but I'll try. It's really what you do with it that matters. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is dead tonight. Oh well. Try and make the gun really wobbly and hard recoil. I think it already has like crazy recoil, right? I mean, this is all procedural. So this is all done with IK already. What I need to do is just change the nodes. It should still work because it all just works off targets, right? So theoretically, I just need to create a new IK setup and then, although the bones look broken, man, I think there's a problem with the skeleton. Like that don't look right. But also, there is a significant amount of there is, what do you call it? There's a shader on this, I think, that's making it look weird like that. So maybe I need to check out, like, do you have a link to the FPS controller? Yes, I do. It is a paid product, but there is a free version without the model, essentially. Looks like a scaling problem? Yeah, I don't know. It hasn't been updated in a while. So it's probably not worth picking up right now. And the free version though, free version's always alright because, damn, I searched my name on itch and nothing came up. I think I'm under Chaff. Okay, yes. Yeah, I'll link the free one. I think it's in my description anyway. Okay. Yeah, something's going on with the model for sure. And also there is a shader if I can figure out where it's actually attached. What am I? I'm looking at the shotgun. I need to look at the human. Surface material override is 0. Material override is 0. Huh. No, there's definitely a shader on this thing. Skin, material, view model, render priority. Okay, yeah, here it is here. I actually think I want to take this off, right? And just work without the shader while I do the animations, because it's like literally, it does the FOV stuff. Shader parameters. So that's what's like moving the arms off the bone, which looks weird. So I'm actually going to remove that. And the texture's somewhere. Human. Regrets. Rig. Big man. I love the name of this guy. It's so stupid. Markup, Forsaken. This looks like it. Then a material 3D. And then just chuck that on it. But yeah, this looks wrong. It's got to be... Is it the IK? I don't know. IKL arms. So bizarre. Let's go like root bones. I probably need to re-export the model, but let's just, because I don't actually even know what the problem is. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. These all have the flippin' shader on them. Oh, Goosefat, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Good lord. I wonder if I can just like turn off the... Oh, if I just make it the same as the camera, does it just like fit in? I think the default is 70, right? Let's just try that. Obviously, the human doesn't matter anymore. And then they're just drawn in front of everything. I can deal with that. Go to Twitch. Shorter delay and better quality. Yeah, for sure. The only issue with YouTube is that it gets a bit weird when it comes to keeping up with the stream, doesn't it? Surface mesh, material, data parameter. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's. What do we want to do? Do we want to probably make these inactive? I don't want to delete them yet because I don't know how much they're connected to it all. What I do want to do is probably add a 2-bone and rotation. Do you plan on putting third-person template on itch? It's on GitHub. Oh wait, no, it's on my website. I think I should probably put it on GitHub. It's just annoying. The more places I put it, when I change it, I have to put it in more places. It's a little bit annoying. And so yeah, I never put that one on itch. I probably should, eh? Might actually result in some more traffic. The third person one is much better done than these ones, because these ones I did like a long time ago. They probably need an overhaul. Okay, so let's 2-bone. 2-bone okay is, at least from my understanding, the best thing to use when it comes to like things that you need to happen predictably. So like arm movement, I want to animate these. And so because it's deterministic, you know, it's going to be reliably happening the same every time. And so that's why 2-bone is, I think, probably the best when it comes to like arms and body movements. There might be some situations where others are better. It really just depends. You got to play around, right? So we'll make this one the right hand, IK, and we'll make this one the left hand, IK, and then I guess we could probably, so we've got markers for the containers, IKL container and the IKR container. I had like a whole thing. We've got like containers on containers for this one, because we need them to like behave in a certain way. So it's just like the node chain is set up so that the left hand and the right hand move together. So, let's see. We need a pole as well. We need to add those. They can be separate. So we can add probably a bone attachment. We're going to want these to follow the shoulders. So we'll add a bone attachment. And it can be external with that skeleton. And the bone you want it to be attached to is probably the body. Oh. MK body. Oh no, you want it to be, because the weapons are a part of the skeleton. Don't know about that, but it is what it is. We want the clavicle, probably the right shoulder. Upper arm, clavicle, right. It's all the way over here. That should be okay. And then we'll add a marker to that and we'll call it shoulder pole. And this can be like out here somewhere. And so what we need to do is go right hand IK, and we'll add an element. We'll add the target to be the IK, the right hand target, I assume. And then the pole node will be that shoulder pole. And in theory, everything should work. Now we need to set up the thing. So we want clavicle R, probably upper arm, middle bone, lower arm, and then end bone, hand. Okay, looking good. And so now, if we come down to this, we can see that it'll all rotate pretty well, actually. In theory, you should only need to move the current weapon and everything else just follows. Yes. So that's, this whole chain is set up so that once I set up the left hand, it's just going to move with the right hand, and it just makes animating the weapons a little bit easier. Obviously there's still like complications. It's a trade-off, right? So I'm choosing it to do it that way, which means if I ever want to move the right arm independently, you have to turn off the left hand IK. Stuff like that. Okay, so that works pretty well, honestly, but the rotation does matter as well. So we need to add another node for this, and this is just a copy transform modifier. And we'll put this one up a bit, and we'll call this the right hand copy transform. And what we'll do here is we can just apply this to the hand, and the reference will be a node, and that node will be the right hand target. And now we'll be able to, we won't do position or scale, we'll just do rotation. And what that will allow us to do is actually rotate the hand, because without this, you can't do it. Can you transition from animated skeleton to weapon IK? Yes. Yeah, so you just, what you need to do, what you used to just do was turn off your influence. Because you only had, there was only one IK node, so it wasn't really that difficult. But now you need multiple in a chain, at least two. One for the regular IK. I suppose if you didn't need to control the rotation, you wouldn't need a copy transform. But, you know, if you've got two, you need an array, and you just loop through that array and turn off the influence for them. You know, just turn them off. Okay, so in theory, actually, let's set up the left hand as well. So I'm going to do another bone attachment. External skeleton, skeleton 3D, and this one will be the clavicle L, right at the top. There could be other ways to do it. Honestly, it's very early days. I have gone through this process a bunch of times now for the course. So for the third person controller course, I had to like update it for 4.6. So I did it 3 times until I came up with like a system that works pretty well. There was a guy that posted to the subreddit with a really impressive set of IK for a third person controller, much better than mine. But his video gave me clues. It wasn't like a tutorial, it was like a showcase. And I was like, okay, this is how you're supposed to like make them work together. And so that was really helpful. If I knew who that was, I would give them credit right in this very moment. Reddit.com, Godot 4.6 IK. Let's have a look, see if I can find the post. All hail the new IK. From Crafty Chicken. This is 1 IK target for each hand and animate the guns. 1 IK target. We will have a target for each one. Anyway, so this guy has put together a really seriously impressive IK setup. Mine doesn't work as well, mostly because I'm not that talented when it comes to animation, but his looks really good. And so this is what you can achieve like with a good set of animations and a good set of IK. I think at the start it looks better. What, does he have multiple videos? His video, he put it out, there you go. He put a YouTube video out. Mute it. There's no words anyway. And so like, he's doing a breakdown. Making animations with that is really easy, yeah. So this is really a really good example video on like the best methods to set up that I've seen. Like the way to combine them. Fresh. Oh no, I actually, yeah, I knew who you were. You're the only person in the Twitch chat, so. No, yeah. It's really good. Anyway, so shout out to Broken Circuit. Great video. Really helps me figure out the best way to put these together. Okay, so let's do the left hand IK. We've got a bone attachment here for another shoulder pole. Let's go marker 3D. And we'll just call this, I should probably call this left shoulder pole. And this one should be the right. All right. And we'll just like chuck this out to the side a little bit. And okay, we've got the left hand. Okay, let's set this up. It's pretty easy. Target node is going to be our left hand target. Our pole node is going to be our left shoulder pole target. Root bone, upper arm, lower arm, and hand is what I like to do. And okay, so the poles. That's all right. We can fix that, see? We can sort of shift that. And that, I think this is the part that I really like. This gives you a lot of control over like some of the crazy shit that IK used to do, where it like put your arms in really strange places. So now we can just like manipulate this until it's in a reasonable spot. Okay, and I am regretting taking the shader off this guy. And now I want to put it back. If I can figure out view model shader, view model shader. I guess I've got to put like the normal and stuff on it. It's so annoying. I forgot about 3D. Is it just the normal? There's no roughness? Okay. It don't look right. I definitely stuffed that up somewhere. Maybe this is both. Sometimes they're like packed. Texture roughness. Oh, and the channel. What channel is it on? Hmm. I actually know the answer to this, and I've forgotten. That's definitely not it. This is not... Oh, fuck. Anyway. This guy is shiny as heck. Get rid of that. Okay. I think it's officially cooked. I'm taking that off. Oh yeah, the texture is totally broken. Text-based scene, FPS rig is large on disk, likely because it slows down the scene. Consider saving a binary sub resource. No. Okay. And then change that to 70, and now it'll actually, you'll see that the hand is, it's fine, I think. Okay, so the animations really should just work at this point. So if I go to the rifle pose, it should mostly be posed. I guess not. I've got to animate the shoulder poles from the looks of it. Why is that one so messed up? Damn, that's crazy. Okay, don't know about that. Let's have a look at the melee. Okay, so actually everything's cooked. Okay, so yeah, the left hand is like... Okay, left hand, we need to do a rotation. So let's add that. The copy transform. And we can just call that left hand copy transform. Settings, add element, reference type node. Take off that, and assign the left hand target. Ah. Apply to bone name. Left hand. Ah, there we go. That looks more correct. Okay, so now, yeah, let's have a look at trying to fix up some of these animations, because obviously they're a little bit cooked. We do want to animate the right hand pole, so we just pick something that looks good. It's going to be kind of difficult because we don't have a camera in the scene, but I'll just try to choose something like that and then just key in that transform without a reset track. Just put a camera in the scene. Yeah, that's probably good advice. Let's add one. The thing is, I think it sits a little bit back. Hang on a second. Where does it look like in the player character rig? Does it sit perfectly at 0, 0? The camera is positioned 1.7, but that doesn't really matter though. And then the FPS rig is 0, 0. Okay, so it's perfectly in the center. And then we can do like a second viewport where we can preview the positioning. I think the what do you call it? FOV. Oh no, okay, so you can see the lines. Like this weirdo part of the animation doesn't show up. This does, but the weapons are invisible when you're in game, so I don't think that'll be a problem. All right, let's see if we can fix it. This honestly looks fine. Although I do want to see if we can, so if we move that too close, I might just move that further away, to be honest, so that looks good. See that? The left shoulder. Honestly, yeah, bring it closer in. Key that. For the pose, let's have a look at the shoot. Okay, not animated. Oh, it's all procedural. I just remembered. So theoretically, it should just work. The only things that won't are things where I'm turning off and on the... Okay. So... let's have a look at... I guess, yeah, let's have a look at the M500, I think is the shotgun. Feels weird, the arm should be more extended, but probably looks weird. I'll have a look at, I might need to redo the model, to be honest, just to like, it was a long time ago. I've actually been thinking about contacting a modeler, like a 3D artist, to make the models and animations for me because I lacked the proper skills. And so then I can make that, and then I can make a new video series and I can sell the assets or whatever. But like it'd need to be a partnership, so it's a little bit more complicated. M5, I guess if I make it free, we don't have to worry about the money split. But I do want to, I have to monetize it somehow, I guess. Shoot. ADS. Oh, ADS is something I need to check as well. Yeah, see, that looks weird. Cascador. I don't know what that is. Okay, so the right hand target. He's like wobbly. The position is good in a right left. So he's actually like, I think pretty much perfectly aligned to be in the center. I'm actually pretty confident of that. But it's an animation. Animation software. I do think this needs to be like a little bit rotated that way. And then also potentially like... bit better. I need to sleep. Try imitating holding a pistol yourself. Where am I supposed to get one of those? I need a game. I need a fake one. Yeah, I guess I'd have to go down to like get a toy gun. In Australia? Get a weapon? You will get like plastic ones. Not even good imitations, just for the arm positioning and the shoulder. Yeah, look how this is like coming into frame here. I don't know if the reverse culling will fix that. Left hand should be coming more from an angle. Like this. Should be like underhanded, right? Maybe. I don't know guns. That, oh, I wonder if I can fix that here. I'm like, that might just be baked in. Okay, what am I working on? Right hand target, key. Key the position, key the rotation. And then the left hand is the one that probably needs the most amount of work. Oh yeah, look at his arms. They're all like twisted up. Okay, right hand shoulder pole. The shoulder is in the way of the shot. I'm not going to be able to fix that. I'm going to have to redo the model. Gonna like push it in so it's like completely invisible to the camera. Your shoulders are tilted, yeah. There's something weird with this model. It's old. It could also just be an export problem. I probably just, maybe if I export it again, it's gonna mess everything up. So I won't do it here. It'll turn into like a marathon. But yeah, that shoulder is like bizarro. Okay, left arm. Let's just key that. Probably no good. Handicap shooter? Yeah, probably. Put that over there. And then let's have a look at the left hand itself. Something like that. Okay. ADS end. I'm assuming that just goes straight back to that pose, which is fine, I think. Can you move the root of the shoulder? I suppose I could. If we can't, we'll see how it looks in game. I'm kind of praying that the reverse culling sort of just fixes that, but we'll see. Like, I might just be too close to the camera. Maybe I could play around with that, but let's just do the other stuff. Nope. Enter. What's it called? It's called MK pose. Pick up, end, shoot, deactivate, pick up. I suppose it's just this. And like the shoulder is like, oh, it's like so, oh wow, yeah. Is it gonna look like that in engine? Like in game? Did it look like that before? Why is his arm all the way out there? Yeah, we're gonna have to work on this. I'm just running it now. I just want to see. This doesn't look too bad. Everything works as, you know, you might expect. Obviously, I stuffed up the textures. Okay, so shoulders. See how like this is fine actually. Like in game, you can see the rifle in the left hand side, but like it's not actually getting in the way of things. The arms are really bent out of place. I need to. Yeah, I think I need help with this. I can't be selling something like this, and then that looks weird. Like the arms are bendy. You know what I mean? That still looks messed up. Hasn't changed that much. Just the fingers relax when you, yeah. I don't remember how I did all of this. It was something that I animated myself. So I probably, what you would do, so like in terms of like actually working with the code without getting too fixated on the animations and how bad they are, what you do is delete, well, don't delete those because that's actually a problem if we do. I don't know what the code runs it. I think it's just in the camera. See this actually, I have to redo this. I'm gonna have to take this offline, I think. People don't update to 4.6. I think I might do that now before I forget. Wait, what browser am I in? Okay. Try to remember after the stream, because I'm not logged in. Random fox? It's a pretty nice looking fox. Is it real? Looks real enough. Can't tell for sure. What do you call a goose dressed to impress? A stylish waddler. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's fix up the code while we're here just to show the stream what we're doing. So, IK. Was I just animating it? I wonder. Do you have a T-pose for the arms? No. Wait, do I? It is so long ago now. Animation. ADS, AR, melee, pose, MK pose, no. Running. God. What nightmare? No, I don't have anything like that. Okay. It's cooked. It's cooked. It needs a lot of work. Okay. Code. The code, though, we can fix. If I can remember where. What if you reset? It just goes to the pistol pose. This is the reset. See how the left hand's just straight? This is just the reset pose. The knife is in the middle for some reason. It's a little bit messy, to be honest. The weapons should be separate models. Like that you shouldn't how I would do it now. I did this like what, 2 years ago. I would have the weapons be separate models. You can still use them in your modeling engine, like in Blender, to like use them as reference, so you get like the hand positions correctly. But then you just create like a spawned object so that they're not just floating around the scene, because that's kind of annoying. And it also allows you to change the model later on if you want to, which is nice. You might have some issues getting it to line up in Godot, but that's something like you can just worry about later on. And yeah, like the animations, obviously I'm not an animator, so they're not really very good. Yeah, I might need to borrow somebody that, because I am not capable. Or like get some CCO stuff, but last time I checked, the CCO stuff's not that great. But hey. But that's been Godot 4.6. I'm really excited about the future of Godot. And there is a mute button for when you play the games, but there's no mute button for when you like switch scenes and stuff like that. I don't know. Either way, Godot 4.6 is looking really promising. I can't wait to see what is next for this engine. Honestly, the more that I see from it, the more excited I am about being a part of the community. But yeah, I guess we'll leave it there, and I've got some IK work to do. Top 3 features, definitely would be the IK for sure, without a doubt. This is huge. Having this back is a big deal. What else was there? I feel like that was the most impactful for me.
Bagged milk is a real thing.
Bagged milk is from Canada. Yeah, I know that one. Oh, I'm really excited about this because I have a PS5 controller, so I want to play around with this. Input.setJoyLight. So I'm keen for that just because I can test it out. And then realistically, probably up the top, there was something really interesting. Oh, the engine looks so much better. Drag and drop export. Yeah, drag and drop export is looking pretty good. So we'll be definitely excited to check out all of that and more. But for now, I'll just see you guys next time. Follow, like, subscribe, all that, depending on what platform you're on. I'll be back another time. Dude, where the heck? Where's Twitch? Who's online today? Oh, R. Jones is in the building. I will rate into him. He's much better than me. So you guys have a good time. I will see you all next time.